Peace and love, y'all. What's up? This is going to be your next 48-hour reading. Everybody ready? Let's see what's happening with your guys' energy. These messages will come to you whenever you need them, or you will arrive here whenever you need your message, okay? Whether you're watching the live stream or the replay, it doesn't really matter. And for those of you, of course, that sometimes rewatch my readings, welcome, okay? There may be something that you missed last time that you're trying to get access to now in terms of information. All right, let's call forth our ancestors of highest white lights, those that are our guardians, our spiritual protectors, our guardian angels, our spirit guides, our warrior spirits, our healing spirits, our ancestral roots, okay? Show me their energy. Show me their energy. All right, so there's something going on in the next 48 hours in regards to old emotional wounds, all right? This is something that has been coming up repetitively for you guys, and this has something to do with something being misaligned in your energy, okay? So you could be focused on the wrong things in the next 48 hours, and that's due to you either being triggered or some emotional wound or wounds, plural, resurfacing for you guys, okay? There could be some sort of distraction that comes up, so pay attention to what could that distraction be, or what could be causing the old emotional wound to come in for you to want to distract yourself, okay? I'm also seeing like something could be influencing you or still be influencing you. So this is something that's continuously happening. Something could still be influencing you, and this old wound or this trigger that is allowing you to distinguish and identify this wound is the reasoning behind how you feel in regards to trust and trusting others, okay? What else is going on here? So pay attention in the next 48 hours. So on the feather. Sacred breath work, okay? So that's going to shift your vibration. That's going to shift your vibration. So the throat chakra, sacred breath work. Confirmation with the crow call, okay? So there will be a crow call in the next 48 hours. Pay attention. There may be a crow sighting. And so there's another reading that's going to follow up that's going to help you in regards to clarification and in regards to whatever is draining your power and your energy, okay? There is a vibrational shift, and you need to, your power is within the breath work to help you to become enlightened in regards to these distractions, okay? So the focus should be your vibration and for clarity, nothing else. Anything else, anything that's focusing on confusion, distractions, disorganization, chaos, that is a distraction. That's the wrong focus in the next 48 hours, especially in regards to your vibration. So your frequency has to stay elevated in the next 48 hours for you to be able to distinguish what these emotional wounds are and how this could be influencing you. You have ancestor. So an ancestor here can see and can detect that you are experiencing something that is misaligning you or throwing you off track. And so because this ancestor can see that you have the wrong focus and that you need help with, recalibrating your frequency, okay, you have like some sort of energetic shield that's going to be around you, all right, like your auric field, your auric bubble, okay, um, is being sealed and protected by this particular ancestor, because there's an ancestor that's going to be walking with you in the next 48 hours, so that it can protect you from these distractions, okay? For some of you in the next 48 hours, you could have some family spirits, okay, that could be trying to talk to you or trying to send you messages, spiritual downloads. Everybody calls it something different. So it's either in the same breath of spiritual downloads, having a conversation with spiritual family members, meaning family in the metaphysical, not in the physical. This could be distant family members, okay, or some sort of family spirits that walk with you, plural, okay. You are energetically shielded by these individual family spirits in the next 48 hours, and they are protecting you from something. So they're trying to get in contact with you, or trying to at least tell you about what is trying to distract you. And then we have a spirit animal here, an animal ally, okay. So the next 48 hours, pay attention to any animal sightings, okay. This will be your spirit animal, your spirit totem, okay. It could be giving you some sort of spiritual meaning, a spiritual insight in regards to this distraction as well. So the spirit animal can actually be one of your family spirits coming in this form, all right. I'm also seeing, yeah, there's emotional residue here. So emotional residue is these old wounds, or this old wound that's being triggered in the next 48 hours, okay? I'm also seeing this is basically your spirit animals, your spirit totem in the next 48 hours that comes up is actually a passed away family member, or one of the family member spirits that walk with you, okay? And so when they pop up, they're kind of like hinting to you, they're trying to give you a message in regards to some sort of unfinished healing that needs to take place. Okay. So maybe it's like they're kind of checking you in regards to something and letting you know, like, hey, that still hurts you, or hey, that's still an issue. Okay. And that you need to purge some sort of old experience or some sort of old experiences, because you fall victim to, or fall susceptible to, constantly replaying things, um or like ridicule could be a shadow aspect that you need to heal, like ridiculing yourself, talking down to yourself, um like not praising yourself and not validating yourself because you're used to like other people doing that to yourself too, but you do it worse, or something like that, okay. So some of the Crowleys is actually dealing with like really harsh judgments within yourself, like you could be judging yourself really hard, or someone could be triggering you because they make you feel like you're being judged or critiqued and ridiculed in the next 48 hours, okay. But this is happening, this energy, remember, this is an energy reading, so this energy that you're able to detect and you feel, something's going on, this is going to let you know, like, okay, this is the area in which you have this emotional residue, this is where you need to heal more, this is where, like, maybe you didn't heal completely, or maybe there's something that you didn't go deeper with, okay. And with that misaligned direction too, you want to make sure that you're headed towards the right path, down the right path. We have elemental spirits, okay. We have an elemental helper helping you purge these experiences, helping you to shift your vibration, helping you to gain some sort of clarity. Nature is going to be supporting you in the next 48 hours, especially in regards to helping you regain your energy, because something is draining your energy, something is draining your power source, okay? And so nature will be able to support you in the next 48 hours in regards to that. Anything else for their energy scope? All right. Last few messages for your energy scope. Ooh, we have ignoring intuition. This is why your ancestor is trying to protect you, because you're ignoring your intuition and your inner voice is being dismissed. Okay. So like all the signs are leading to a particular like confirmation, right? You're even going to get some sort of divination confirmation in the next 48 hours. Okay. There's 2 reality checks that's going to take place in the next 48 hours. One of them has something to do with old emotional wounds. The other one has something to do with a project, a hobby, something you're passionate in, something that you may be exploring, something that you could be dedicating your time or devoting your time to. Okay. A passion of yours is asking for your attention, a project, a hobby, a new idea. Time to wake up your creative side in the next 48 hours. This is your reality check. And it's funny because there's something here in regards to the old wounds. So maybe that's the best way for you to purge those old experiences. Okay. All signs to you are intuitively and spiritually aware. Okay. Divination confirmation. Nothing is a coincidence. Ignoring your intuition. Inner voice being dismissed. Disregard for synchronicities. There's soulmate energy here, soul tribe energy here. And what I'm seeing here is like something is draining your energy and your power source, so you would not be prepared to find those people of your vibration, that group of people that you can be safe and vulnerable with and authentic with. Okay. So there's soulmate energy here. Nothing is a coincidence for these elemental spirits to be showing up and giving you this divination confirmation. Okay. But there is definitely something here trying to distract you on purpose. On purpose. Hold on. I actually want to pull these, the herbal astrology. By the way, you guys, I am starting a spiritual book club. Okay. And the first book that I'm going to be reading is my book. So if you guys are interested in that, the first book club meeting is on May 2nd. And you guys can click on the chat and the link so that way you guys can RSVP. All right. And if you can't find it on the chat link, all right, then you can find down on the description box. So you would click it literally says register for free spiritual book club. You click on that link and it will take you to the information. If you can't make all of them, that's perfectly fine. It's completely free. I will be reading my book for free. Okay. But it does have like some sort of like an information when you RSVP and stuff like that. There's like a link. There's somewhere in there that you can click on the name of the title of the book, Spiritual Lessons in Love, and you can click on it and it will take you to the place that you could buy it through ebook. Okay. So if you guys want to, have it also and read it on your own, but this is going to be kind of like, I'm reading it, we can do a Q&A and stuff like that. And, I think it will be beneficial to do like a little group thing. Okay. So if you guys are interested in that, after that, we'll, I have some books here that I have. I've been waiting to kind of, I have books. I have like a whole bunch of books that I have been thinking about, working it out with y'all. So go ahead and click and join. I think it's going to be fun. All right. So let's do the herbal astrology for you guys. Let's see what's going on here with these healing messages. We have wisdom. Wisdom is going to come through. Clarify the old wounds. May still be influencing how you trust other people. Clarify this. Wealth. Ooh. So that could be affecting your wealth. And then we have harmony with shape shifting. So you need to know, I feel like once you heal whatever these emotional wounds are, you're going to be in the energy of harmony and wealth. I think this is the last thing that's holding you back. You have shape shifting, so you have to have the ability to become adaptable, adapt to your circumstances. Okay, we have a peacock, we have a heron, a what is this? A dragonfly could be significant, and a hummingbird could be significant. I'll read this message out to you guys. What is this one? Okay. You're tapping into the energy of true wealth, prosperity, charismatic energy, vivacious, luxury, beauty, and auspiciousness. You know, I also see this energy of like Mercury being significant for you guys. Mercury, Jupiter, something is taking place with like there's like a boost within your spiritual abilities as well. Your memory is going to be really good. So there's something about like your memory is enhancing, like the detail of what you could remember. Be careful with like headaches, migraines, anxiety, okay? Because I am seeing that energy too. But there's a doorway that's opening up. And if you see, like, she's over top of the fountain, like, she's next to the fountain, right? And you could see that the fountain is pouring, but you could see the energy in her hands. So there's something about, like, remember I said the energy that's happening is all draining. Something is draining your power. But it's in your hands, like it's in your hands. So you're the one that's capable of, taking it back, utilizing yourself, right? This kind of reminds me of like whatever you're working on is going to turn to gold, right? Because it's almost like she's the one that's pouring into this fountain that keeps pouring. So there's something about like you being able to continuously pour. Just make sure that you're pouring continuously into something that's going to feed you, essentially, right? All right, let me see. Let's see what else comes on here before I leave because I gotta get out of here soon. Sorry, y'all. Gotta go. Looking at the time. Okay. Let's do some of these. Let's get some money messages. Next 48. Receiving synchronicities, but what happened? But you're ignoring them. You're receiving the synchronicities, but you're ignoring what your voice is saying on the inside. You guys are literally getting some sort of like confirmation. And you're like, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something else. but you're receiving synchronicities in the next 48 hours. This is why I be telling y'all to journal. This is why I be telling y'all, make sure that when y'all watching it, you write, whatever stands out to you. Not just the stuff that you're listening to, but the stuff that just clicks. When I say things that are clicking, I mean like you start thinking about conversations, you start thinking about certain people, you start thinking about the plans that you were already gonna do. It just lines up with exactly what you were thinking about, what you were planning, right? That's how you know we're in the same wavelength. That's how you know that I'm picking up on your energy, right? Versus like, oh, that message is not for me. That's for the next crowley. That's for the next crow nest. Okay. In the crow flock, you got to know where it is, like where you at. Are you the one ignoring your intuition, or are you the one that's receiving the synchronicities, but you might be focused on the wrong things? Okay, what's going on here? And this is receiving synchronicities in regards to money, because this is a money deck. And don't worry, y'all. Pretty soon I'm gonna go ahead and rewrite these two so that way it could be like this. But yeah, this is the money deck. So you're receiving synchronicities in regards to finances, but you're ignoring them. Why? Wealth, sponsored event. All right, some sort of sponsored event. I mean, you could say that the spiritual book club that I'm doing is a sponsored event. It is sponsored by myself because I wrote the book. And so if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check that out. All right. But financially, there could be some sort of event that could benefit you, right? We have money in the form of clients, sales, funding, business expansion, perhaps, synchronicities of business expanding, synchronicities of business capital, synchronicities of business funding. All right. We have child support. Somebody in child support. That's 48 hours. Something there. What is this? We have angel number 333. Stop underpricing your gifts. And angel number 222. Untapped income potential. So you will be seeing some sort of energy shift in regards to undervaluing your work, underpricing things. Okay. So you need to, again, with this unfinished healing, these old emotions, expansion is calling, but you're ignoring your voice. You're not, like, you're disregarding the signs of synchronicities financially, that the doors are open, that there's opportunities, that, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you try this new thing? And we talked about hobbies, right? All right, a new project, a new hobby, a new idea, something coming in. Ooh, maybe if I do this, right? There's a financial blessing. Keep eyes open. You may win something in the next 48 hours. And winning something doesn't always have to be like a physical, right? It doesn't have to be like, oh, you won this huge house or car or something, right? It could be like literally you got access to be able to be in a location that other people didn't, a private event, right? Having access to certain resources, having access to a person, having access to a location or something, But I'm also seeing like something in regards to like soulmate energy. There, some of you guys experience, and this could be like that old emotional wound that I'm picking up on here. You guys could have experienced not healing completely from some sort of soulmate that could have put you in the energy of competition, competing, not feeling worthy enough, not feeling desirable enough, or something of that nature. Okay. And this is what you need to purge. Those old experiences are what you need to purge in order for you to be able to open up your energy for you to allow yourself to experience winning, allow yourself to experience being chosen, being the one that gets chosen, being the one that gets picked first, being the one that only gets picked, being the one that gets the VIP seat, being the one that gets the exclusive tea, being the one that again, like I'm seeing like box seats, I'm seeing like VIP tickets, I'm seeing like only a set few, limited seats, limited spots, limited edition, uh, things like that. Okay. But this is like something that's coming up for you on a financial note. Okay. Next 48. So if you want to do some exercises in regards to finances, utilize some citrine, charge it under the sunlight. You can charge it with money intentions, money affirmations, money mantras, Psalm 23, any psalm to do with finances or resources. Refresh your resume, kind of look at your portfolio. Look, I don't know, maybe your business card, maybe check like your website, anything that to do with your business and doing that. Some of you guys, that could be like updating your product list, your service list, what new things you're offering, right? And kind of looking in that spectrum of what is underused. I'm not really doing that too much, or what is undersold. Like, man, this will be really awesome if I sell it, but I haven't put it up yet. I haven't made a post about it yet. I haven't mentioned yet. Man, you know what? I said I was gonna do that. I said I was gonna put that together. It's all over there bunched up in the corner. I mean, I have it all there, but I just haven't had the energy to go ahead because again, something's draining you, right? So it's draining you, right? And I haven't had the energy to go ahead and go over there and kind of organize that and put this here and put this there, right? And that itself could be that thing that's undervalued. That could be that thing that, oh, thank you, baby. That could be that thing that I don't know, that kind of like, I don't put some more money in your pocket, it gives you some more luck, or maybe somebody else has the same similar idea, and it's almost like, give me an example. Imagine, you can't put up a shelf. A shelf won't be a shelf. Think about it. Listen to me. A shelf wouldn't be a shelf without a nail and a hammer. A shelf wouldn't be a shelf without the tools, right? Right? And the person that could use the tools to make the shelf. You get what I'm saying, right? So maybe there's this thing that you could do that can also partner up with somebody else that like is a really bomb ass idea. I don't know, but you've been ignoring your ideas. You've been like, I don't know yet, because and like I'm like, nothing is a coincidence. Like something's here. Like, hello, like, all right, what's going on here? And some of you guys, again, confirmation, raise one price today. There's something that you offer as a price. Maybe it's not a service, because not all of you guys are, entrepreneurs and sell things. You don't own your business. Some of you guys, you may have things and you could be like, oh, I wanted to sell this, or I wanted to, get rid of this or whatever. I don't know if I want to sell it. I don't know what I want to do with it. Okay. Whatever that thing is, right? Raise the price. You say, it's like, oh, I'm going to sell it for this much, and nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing. That's because you're selling it. You're lowballing it. And your spirit guides are not going to allow you to get cheaped out, basically, like ripped off for whatever energy you put into something, right? So you need to raise your price. And something either about the thing that you spend most time on. Okay. So most time on creating, most time on editing, most time on, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Creating, editing, filming, making, performing, whatever the heck this is. Okay. So that's the thing that you need to raise your price on. The thing that spends more time. Think about, okay, longer than an hour, longer than 2 hours. I gotta raise that price on that, right? If I gotta stay, let's say, this sounds like add-on fees, okay? So you'll get an additional fee if I have to start late. You have an additional fee if you want to add 45 more minutes. You have additional fee if you want to add another service. You have additional fee if you want to add a product along with whatever this thing that I'm providing is. Or for those of you that are my creatives, like your handmade products, like an additional fee if you want something embroidered or personalized, an additional fee if you want now y'all got me fire channeling with money, man. Hold on. An additional fee when it comes to, let's say, give you an example, like for people that does things with hair, right? So if somebody brings the hair themselves, then all right, I don't have to charge you for the hair because you bring in the hair, so I'm only doing the service. But if the service, let's say, lasts longer than this time and I'm only scheduled for this time out, I want to make sure that I have at least 2 hour break in between clients or some shit like that, right? So make sure that you're putting enough time for that, because something needs to be raised in price. For those of you that you're working for someone else, you're under someone else, so you have a boss, you work under a company or something like that, there's something that you can do yourself and you can sell yourself, right? That you could provide some sort of service. There's something that you're gifted at. There's something that you're talented at. There's something that you can do that you can get money for besides a 9 to 5, is what I'm saying. All right. That is the thing that you should raise your price on. Sometimes it could be like somebody, like, maybe you make some really good lasagna. Maybe you make some really good desserts or something like that, and you're selling it, or you're catering to certain people. It could be anything. Okay. Just listen to what your intuition is saying and you'll know what I'm talking about. This is the thing. This is that. Now think about that. One thing that you spend the most time doing, that is the thing that you need to raise your price in. Okay. The one thing, and then let's say maybe you don't spend a lot of time, but it drains you. You're so tired after you do it. It's like, man, I can't do this every week. Oh man, I can't do this every day. It's just so tiring, but I love doing it and I will do it, but it has to be for this price, right? That's the thing. Write down your true rate. Write it down like this is how much you're going to pay me, like an invoice. Write it down like an invoice. This is how much each client is going to pay me for this, blah, 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 blah. This service, this product, whatever it is. Okay. Gold ink, gold marker. You don't have gold? Get you some gel pens, bitch. Get you some fucking gel pens. You got some yellow, you got some orange, some green. Come on, like, get it, put it in there, put it in your fucking wallet. And watch. And watch. You'll see. And if you want to get fancy, put it in your wallet right next to with the citrine that you charge in the sunlight, with the money and mantras and the affirmations. And then you tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. For those of y'all that y'all get your money rice and stuff like that from my shop, pour that money rice up in that bitch. Just dump it. Dump it in there how you want your cash to be dumped in there. Watch. Watch. All right. Half of the time it really be like the thought of lack. It'd be the fear of like, oh well, what if I can't pay this bill? What if I can't afford this? Right? What if I don't have enough hours? Right? But if you go ahead and you stop that immediately, really sit there and think about that. As soon as you get any type of money, you throw it at your bill and all of your bills are paid. How the fuck do you feel? You feel rich as fuck when you get money. You feel rich as fuck. Why? Because you don't have any other financial obligations. All of your financial obligations are paid for in full. Affirmation. All right. Investments are vital. Your time. Your time. It's vital. You see that? This is the investment. If it clears it. There it is. Time is money. Outsource as much as possible. So some of you guys, you need to stop putting everything on yourself. Is there somebody that can do it for you? You know what I'm saying? Do you need a business partner? Do you need to collaborate with someone? Do you need to work with another company, right? Working with another company is like, I got some really bomb ass ideas for makeup, right? But I've never seen them do it before. So now I have to look for a particular makeup brand and tell them how I want this particular makeup to look like, what the name of the eyeshadow or the lipstick or the lip balm or whatever the heck is gonna be. Bam, bam. This is how I want it to look. This is the design. These are the colors. These are the palettes. This is for, the type of people that I'm catering to, because some people cater to, black owned businesses. I am not aware if there is a Hispanic owned makeup line. You guys let me know about that. Um but like there's Asian, what is that? Facial cleaning brands and stuff like that. So whatever that may be, it could be that, it could be t-shirt designs, it could be actual art. All right. It could be paint. It could be inventions, whatever it is. It's your time. Your time is your money. So the more time you have, the more time you have to create more money to flow to you. So if there's something that you can outsource to someone else to do, like if you can utilize like an AI, or if you can utilize, and it just depends on what type of AI that you're utilizing. When I say AI, I mean like automated emails, right? Um, Automated like emails, advertisements, things that will like not have you stressed out too much, or partnering with people that may know more about a particular tool or about a particular, let's say, app or social media platform, or just niche in general. Okay. So you may need to outsource. They're really going in with the finance messages. So I think I'm just going to let it kind of flow with that for today for you guys. Birthday celebration. Happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is. All right. All my spring babies. Taurus, Aries. I feel like I'm missing one, but happy birthday to you too. Go down the whole line. Virgo, Leos. Go down the whole line, man. Shit. Happy birthday. An email. Finances. I'm also seeing like clients are mirroring your standards as well. Have you ever had like those clients that be like, "Oh, I'm gonna tip you. I'm gonna tip you $20," and then you have the clients that be like, "I only have like $2 and whatever, but I'm gonna tip you anyway," right? Sometimes it's not about the amount that they're tipping; it's about the fact of the matter of why they want to, right? Sometimes your client will be like, "Oh, this is my last, but I know you deserve it," and then they'll go ahead and give it to you, and then you'll see like a shift, right? And the shift would be like you'll start to see more money come in, even though that was just a little bit of money, versus like when you have that big client where like their relationship with money is different. And so let's say they're only trying to tip you to make themselves feel good. They'll tip you, and then after that you'll feel a little scarce with your money. That money will like immediately evaporate. So pay attention to like the source of your money. If you ever get it in cash and bills where you can actually cleanse it, right? You can like spray down the bills and cleanse it, and then of course let it air dry before you put it in your purse, right? Let it air dry and stuff like that. You can enchant your money like that to make it work for you, so that way it can continue to come back, right? And that's called fixing. Just like how you fix the candle, you can fix your money for your money to keep coming back. And you know there's ways for you to do things, just more than just a candle and just spraying yourself and spraying your wallet. There's ways for you to do things. And pretty soon, I'll be doing like what is called spiritual teaching sessions through webinars. So again, like I said, you guys need to make sure that you go ahead and register. Click on the register for a free spiritual booklet. All right. We have seminar here, consecutive check deposits. You guys make sure you're making good decisions with your money. All right. You ask the question, you're gonna need to rephrase it when it comes to your finances. Bless the foundation, invest in your space. So where you need to put the money is your space. All right. What would that be? That will be your foundation. So that will be your home or your workspace. And then we have a seminar. All right. Let me see. Give me some more information on this real quick. What's going on with this? All right, everybody, sit there and think for a second. Rephrase that question. Give it a yes or no. Will this? Yes or no. Can this? Yes or no. Can I? Yes or no. Will this happen? Yes or no? Everybody locked in their question? All right. Hangman. It's up to you. It's up to you. Hangman is like you're looking at it from one perspective. You may need to look at it from a different. You feel like you can't do something, but you have all the power and the ability to do something. Hangman. You're the one that put yourself in this position. I don't know what it is, but you put yourself in this position. The Chariot lets me know that you can move forward. You're not stuck there. You can get yourself down. You can fix it. Yes, we can do this. We just got to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe you're not looking, maybe you're looking at the problem and not the solution. Confirmation. Maybe you're looking, again, go back, misaligned direction, wrong focus, distraction. That would make sense, right? So let's ask again. Whatever question they ask, that same question. We're not changing the question. We're going to the same question. All right. Don't change the question. Stop doing all this crazy shit. Start crisscrossing and no. Same question. With the Hangman, right? Two of Swords. Well, see, this is your problem. You're indecisive. You can't make up your mind. You're indecisive. Can't make up your mind. You don't want to trust your intuition. Okay? You're second guessing your intuition. The synchronicity is coming. You're receiving them. You're getting them. You getting all the money confirmations. Oh, I see it here. Oh, shit. You get excited, right? But then you don't want to move. You're like, oh my God, yay! Oh, I don't know what to do. Like, hey, what the fuck? What's going on here with that Two of Swords? Look at that. Not that's it. The Nine of Wands. You triggered as fuck. I told you these old emotional wounds. So it's like there's opportunity here. There's this new thing over here. There's this shiny thing over there. You're like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I don't know what the fuck to choose. There's a fucking snake somewhere. There's a fucking some weird creature. Something's gonna fucking pop up or some shit. Another shoe's gonna fucking fall. It's gonna smack the fuck out of me. All right, that's where you at. You tired of constantly having to jump back up. The Six of Swords, but you're gonna be victorious. You're good. You're psyching yourself out right now. That's these old emotional wounds. Can we get some insight on what the fuck these old emotional wounds are? Can we get some details? Closed off, guarded, Jesus. Closed off, guarded. Resistance, pride, defensive, wounded, warrior, energy, jeez. Clarify the old emotional wounds that they're dealing with the next 48 hours. Old emotional wounds. Summer. So it's like you want something to happen faster, but I feel like it's not going your way. Feminine energy. Old emotional wounds. Insecure. Closed off came out again. So there's some sort of insecurity. Some of you guys, whatever this old emotional wound is triggering you back into victim mentality. This could be a wound of pride, a wound of resisting to do something, not following through with something, not feeling like you're capable of doing something. The wounded warrior is here. So again, that's that Nine of Wands energy. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. The Nine of Wands is the okay, so the Eight of Wands is a surprise attack. Usually it's like fast moving energy, right? But the Eight of Wands is a surprise attack. The Nine of Wands is the person that gets hit by the attack by surprise. Okay. And so let's say you guys were under spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks, spiritual stagnation, spiritual chaos, spiritual lessons, right? In the thick of it, right? And so this is the old wounds and triggers that were created through that spiritual battle, that spiritual struggle, those those trials and tribulations that you faced, right? And so that is what's coming up, and that is what's making you hesitant. That's why you're kind of resisting these new things that are coming up, these synchronicities and stuff like that. So for some of you guys, it's like that pride of like, I don't want to go through the same thing that I went through last time. I don't want to, go head first and become embarrassed or something like that, right? Or there's some sort of insecurity. Again, insecurity means like the security, the assuredness of being able, again, capable of doing something, following through with something, accomplishing something is not fully there. Okay. And that is why you're feeling kind of closed off. That's why you're feeling kind of guarded, or you feel the need because of this old wound or wounds that are coming up and triggering you. You feel the need to then focus on other things, but the things that you're focusing on is the wrong direction, is the wrong focus. Okay, we have self-worth. That's what you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on increasing your security within yourself, within whatever your financial moves are, within whatever your plans are, within whatever you're trying to dedicate your life to, whatever you're trying to devote yourself to, whether it's spiritually, financially, emotionally, metaphysically or physically. You know what I'm saying? If this is self-love, this is self-love journey, then when we talk about insecurities, this insecurity is like the need of feeling like you need to get love from someone else, and that you're not capable of loving yourself the way you need to love yourself, right? That you need someone else to love you and you can't love yourself. For others of you, it could be like the complete opposite. It could be like this energy of like you feel incapable of being loved. So like not being able to receive love. So there could be like a blockage there or something like that. Or you don't let someone in close enough to surround you with the love that you actually truly deserve. Okay. So this is healing unworthiness. That's the complex. It's healing unworthiness. The expectations of something not going where, like a relationship not being harmonious, a relationship not being what will fulfill you. That's the expectation of something that's gonna immediately, and that's why you're defensive, this emotional old wound that's coming up. All right. So you may need to look at your values, what you value in a relationship, what you value in a romantic partner, what you value in a business partner, what you value in a family member, what you value within yourself, and do some journaling, y'all. High vibration always. All right. Again, one more for the old wounds. Yeah, because you're in this feminine energy, and so you're receiving. You're in this energy of receiving. And so you're receiving the synchronicities, you're getting the downloads, your intuition is flowing, okay? but it's the wounds, it's the scabs that you have that are still healing, that the bruises that still hurt spiritually, the emotional separation, the stitching emotionally that's still there, that's still fresh, you know. And that's the healing unworthiness. Okay, we have family here. So yeah, this is the security within, you know, commitments, within a home, within a marriage, right, within your foundation. And this is hard for you to receive. We have toxicity. So your emotional wound is because of an energy vampire, because of a trauma bond. You feel stuck. You feel closed off. Okay, you feel like you need these energies to thrive. You need these energies around you, or at least that's what those energies coerce you to believe in regards to that victim mentality, that you need them and that they need you. But remember, stability is here as you separate yourself, okay? These are just triggers. They are not true. Whatever you're saying in your mind, whatever you're feeling, it is not true. It is just a side effect, it's a symptom, okay? It is a symptom. It is not true. You know, you have your inner child here and it is guarded, all right? So your inner child is the one that's being triggered, all right? It could be family ties. It could be situations connected to family. It could be situations that the family could have experienced on an individual level, but on a communal level, all right, or on a generational level, or something of that nature. It could be significant, all right. But you have the control to renew things. You do. You have the control. You do have the control to renew things. All right. Hold on, y'all. And we're going to go ahead and pull some of these. And then I'm out of here. Last messages. Next 48. Last messages. All right, Divine Feminine. My femme queens and the crow flock. You're wanting to financially merge energies. All right. You guys could be dealing with an egotistical monster. Again, this ego can be your own ego or the ego of someone you're dealing with. You have a destined romantic meeting taking place in the next 48 hours. All right. The person that's dealing with this egotistical monster, whether it's within or without. When I say within, this is something that's internal. This is internal battle within your own shadow. Or without, meaning this is something that is affecting you, but is affecting you from the external, meaning someone else is dealing with this egotistical monster, this shadow attribute within themselves, but it is impacting you through them. Okay. And so the characteristics of this person that's dealing with this egotistical monster is arrogance. It is being egocentric. It is having excessive pride. It is narcissism, or qualities of narcissistic behavior. It is being self-indulgent. Okay. It is being inconsiderate. And the root cause of this egocentric monster, that whoever is dealing with this, right, whether again be internal, it is themselves, or external, someone that they're dealing with and it's impacting them, all right, is fear. The primal root is fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of not existing in society. You feel like you're invisible. Fear of not of being nobody, being nameless, like nobody cares about you. Trigger warning, you know? So pay attention. What shadow attribute you could be dealing with, whether this is personal, Crowleys. This is a situation that you got to deal with yourself on an internal level, or this is external. This is someone that's impacting you on a day-to-day life in the next 48 hours, and they're dealing with the shadow and is impacting you. How to tap into your higher self. Do the breath work next 48 hours. Do some sort of meditation. Focus on the breath work. There's different breath work exercises. There's fire breath Reiki. There's fire breath breathing. There's different forms of breathing where you're breathing in at a certain count, you're holding for a certain count, and you're exhaling for a certain count. You can do guided breathing, breath work. Okay, whatever you want. Accept your reality. That's how you tap into your higher self in the next 48 hours. Be present. This is what I can do right now. This is what I can do right now. This is what is actually happening in the present moment. That's something that happened in the past. That's something that I can't worry about right in this moment. I'm just going to have to wait and see until the future. Be present. Acknowledge what you can change and acknowledge what you can't. Serenity prayer. Okay? Surrendering to things that are out of your control. You can't control that. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't freak out. All right. I'm that person that likes to make sure everything is good and perfect. And, but sometimes that will drive you crazy. And so you need to, what can I do right now? Can I do that right now? No, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not my problem today. It's not my problem right now. If I can't do anything about it right this moment, right this second today, it's not my problem today. Okay? Just like that. Acknowledge what is in your power, what you can. Remember, she had this thing, like she was doing things. You have power. You have power in your hands. All right. So acknowledge what you can control in the next 48 hours, what you can do, what you can manipulate, how you can do these things and what you can't. So that way that doesn't, again, leave you off course, misaligned, focused. All right. Do the things that you can to shift your current reality, right? So same thing with like the people that like to say, oh, I don't really do too good with diets and things of that nature. You're just one thing every single day, just one thing every single day, just one thing every single day. And you'll start to see how things shift and change in your reality. Same thing with like people that pick up a hobby every single day. So read one to 2 pages of 10 different books. I'm pretty sure you're going to pick up on something. I'm pretty sure your vibration is going to change. If you pick up a book about architecture, you're not into that, whatever. You pick it up, you start reading it, you start shifting and aligning into a different frequency and into a different reality in which you are interested in architecture. Okay? You have to shift your reality, right? Because there's a version of you that knows nothing about makeup, and there's a version of you that does. There's a version of you that has no idea what the heck, how to build something from scratch. And there's a lumberjack version of yourself, right? So it's about shifting into that paradigm, shifting into that new reality. What does that new version of you do? Is that new version of you a ballerina? Is that new version of you a baseball player? Is that new version of you a swimmer? Is that new version of you a traveler? Is that new version of you a vlogger? Is that new version of you a business owner? Is that new version of you a real estate agent? What is it? And then start doing little small things to become that person. And you start seeing the shift and the change. You start seeing how different people are now wanting to interact with you, or how you are wanting to interact with other people, and why. Okay? Some of you guys dealt with like some toxic energies, all right? Temporary partners, toxic, past life karma, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? But the connections were necessary to clear out some sort of karmic debt, all right? Could have been kindred spirits. Could have had, issues with like a wrecking ball soulmate situation. We have another shadow attribute, emotionally stable monster. So you could have been this could have been you or someone else, right? Dealing with someone with the characteristics of being moody, impulsive, melodramatic, manipulative, weepy, ever-changing emotions. Some people may say over emotional, but the root cause would be feelings being feelings of being unloved, or unlovable, or powerless, um, reaction to unresolved emotions is what comes up for this emotionally unstable monster. This is the shadow ash. This is the shadow attribute that comes out when you need to heal these particular things. So when we come to unhealed, right, unhealed situations, these are the two things that are popping up, and you got to figure out, Crowley, which one are you? All right, you have a clean slate. There's a healthy relationship here. Some of you guys dealt with some gaslighting situations. All right, but you're about to experience some sort of healthy relationship. Someone that you share feelings and thoughts, like the both of you share the same type of feelings. You're both comfortable with each other. There's healthy boundaries and all of that here. All right, but you got to be careful with, like, again, the triggers would be, I picked up someone has narcissistic qualities or tendencies. So it's like it could be like two. It could be like your shadow and someone else's shadow is like boxing it out or some shit. Okay, and like there's something here in regards to like wounds and memories about a gaslighter. Selective amnesia could be significant, or avoidance of actions. All right, intentions to discard their faults in situations. So there could be a situation here where you're talking to someone and this person's like trying to avoid to do something, or maybe they don't take accountability the way you would like them to take accountability, but it's triggering you into thinking about a past wound, experiencing emotionally that past wound in the flesh, in the physical right now, in this reality, but it's something that happened in the past, and it has something to do with this gaslighter from the past not taking accountability. You get what I'm saying? Right? And then I'm also seeing this energy of like someone, maybe someone like, oh, that didn't happen, or I don't remember that, or something like that. And it's like certain lines and phrases like that trigger you because it makes you feel like someone is disregarding um your experience, unvalidating your experience, or something like that. Okay, but that's another gaslighting thing, right? I never said that. I don't recall saying that. I didn't do that. What are you talking about? I think you're remembering that wrong. And that comes from that selective amnesia. Did I get you guys back? Ah, yes. Okay. So the last thing I was telling you guys was, what could be triggering you guys? Some sort of gaslight situation. All right. But I'm seeing like there's honesty between you and somebody that you have a relationship with. There's honesty here. Like there's mutual respect, there's healthy boundaries, there's transparency. I feel like you share the same feelings about, this person feels about you. I feel like the both of you guys are very comfortable with one another, or at least sharing feelings, hopes, fears, and things of that nature. So, but I feel like it's the old wounds, to be honest. Yeah, we have a long-term relationship here. It's it's the gaslighting from the temporary partner, from the temporary relationships that could be causing an issue right now. So that's why this spirit ally, this this family, the spirit family ancestor is trying to protect you. All right, because there's a lot of shadows that need to be dealt with. So you guys are going to be seeing repeating numbers, angel numbers, twin flame numbers, completely different from angel numbers. Okay, you got to know the difference. Some of you guys, if you're in your twin flame journey, you're seeing angel numbers, you need to look at the angel number meaning and then look at the twin flame number meaning. because again, you're receiving the messages, but you're looking the wrong direction. It could be telling you about a twin flame dynamic in relationship. All right, the connection between a divine feminine and divine masculine. It could be karmic numbers. Um, Check out your life path number. All right, hearing the song that could be relevant to who or what you are thinking about. All right, closed book on that. I'm wrapping it up now, you guys. Comment down below. Let me know how that resonates. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card for you here with the goddess, and we have infinite supply. All right. So everything that you need, you have. Next 48 hours. Remember that. Everything that you need, you have. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Do not panic. Do not panic. Don't allow yourself to panic. Do not allow yourself to go back into that victim mentality. Do not allow yourself to go back into the, oh my God, this is not going to go my way. No, if it didn't go your way, everything happens for a reason. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. It didn't happen today. It wasn't supposed to happen today. Okay? That's your idea. It didn't happen today. It wasn't supposed to happen today. Payment didn't go through. It wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to go somewhere else. All right? Peace.